Welcome back to the SAWF Uncut. I'm the Prodigy, and this is the final chapter in the Uncut series. I'm joined by the owner of the SAWF, fellow Higher Powers member James Anderson. In the 10 years that the SAWF has been active, James has not done a sit-down interview. So this is going to be the first time you've interviewed me, but I haven't interviewed you.
You're not wrong.
So it's the first time, so we're going to try and get as many answers to questions as possible. I don't know how much of Uncut you've watched. There have been some questions that I tried to answer but didn't get like full detailed answers to, so I'm going to ask you those.
So Mr. Anderson comes into play.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so first question, straight off the bat, which is the most obvious one. Why did you start the SAWF in 2011?
Why did I start the SAWF? It's like any kid who's a fan of wrestling, who watched WWE when it was good. It's pretty shit now, to be honest.
When it was good, there's the key word.
Good. I first saw wrestling in 2002. Always been a fan of it. And then obviously everyone knows about the WWF and all the good stuff. Stone Cold, The Rock, The Undertaker, Triple H, the good stuff. And then obviously if you're a fan, you're watching it. And everyone wrestled in their bedroom. You're lying if you're a fan, you haven't tried wrestling your mate. We've all done it. That's where it begins. And then I thought, well, it's all fun and games to wrestle in a pool, outside, in a room. I want a ring. I want to get a ring and start a company, a backyard company. I thought it'd be cool. So in 2011, I had SAWE. And I thought, well, that's shit.
And the E stood for
entertainment.
And
I thought, hold on, let's do it back. I'll go back to F, because that's what WE should
we
do.
didn't get the F out.
No, we got the E out. We did it right. See, Vince? Mate, get it on. So, 2011 it started. It was a very small roster. There was it was just me and a few others who left. And the idea started then. I just wanted to wrestle with mates and try to turn it into something. So, and the goal was to get the ring then. Obviously, as you would know, the ring came much later. If you watch Takedown 1, it was a trampoline ring built by...
You and your dad?
Yeah.
We built it the night before, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So none of the original roster from 2011, besides you came across, did they?
Nope.
No.
By the time I took it seriously, they all left. So... I won't mention names for good reason, but nah.
So did you actually think like you were going to get a ring? Did you actually think you were going to do it, or was it always something that you thought, oh, I'd like to get it, but
I was adamant on a ring, always. And it's like, oh, you know, you've seen those memes going around. We have a ring at home. No, we don't. As Mum says, you have a ring at home. No, I don't. It's a piece of crap. So I wanted a proper ring. Now, we nearly got a 12-foot low-sided ring. That would have been absolutely crap for what I wanted to do.
Yeah, pretty small. And
16 foot was the goal. Could have gone 18 footer, but it'd be too big for what we want to do. And hey, for backyard wrestling, I think we're winning pretty well for high spots ring. And it's always been a goal. Like, I was dead set on getting a ring, and damn it, I got a ring. And from 2014, it was meant to be here in 2013, it had delays. And from 2014, I think it was the 26th, was Australia Day.
Yeah, it was after the first takedown.
It was after the first takedown.
We built it.
And I recall watching the WWE Royal Rumble the day after.
Yeah.
It was around then.
We built it after the Royal Rumble.
We built it after the Royal Rumble. We put it together. I had no fucking clue how a ring went together. Thank you, High Spots, for an interlocking ring. It's so simple. No nuts and bolts required. Want a ring, get it from them. And that's where it came from. And I got the ring. We got the ring, and then it started. And I never saw it to come to it as today.
Yeah.
I originally thought it'd be something professional or bigger than what it was. And obviously it couldn't turn into that. And today, I don't think it'd still be around. I'm pretty surprised it's still around. I'm surprised myself I let it still happen. But hey, we're here, guys.
That's true. And the thing I was going to ask you is, so the SAWF now, the way it runs is you've got your takedowns and then you've got your PSV. So you've got 5 shows a month.
Correct.
So like similar to the way WWE runs things.
Because I just always thought that was a good way to do it.
Was that the original way you wanted to run it in 2011?
Yeah, 2011 I had the same thing. It's like a weekly show for 4 weeks, and well, we have one pay-per-view or big event. You know, it's not really paid for it, so that's why I came up with the idea of PSV, which is pretty cringy. Yeah, paid. Yeah, watch. I'll make a Patreon or subscribe. You guys will hate it. It's dollars and YouTube Premium. You're all fucked.
So do you remember when we first started doing shows in 2014? We're filming the PSVs on Sunday. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So we were doing...
Oh, we really tried to copy them.
We're doing the takedowns on Fridays and the PSVs on Sundays. So how come when we came back in 2015, we changed from the Sundays back to Fridays?
It just wasn't working.
Yeah.
It's hard to do. Sundays could work for some people, and then people got family things. Or, I mean, if you don't know, we're in a backyard of my parents' house, and fuck, they hate the noise sometimes. And they come on a Sunday. Very good neighbours. They don't complain. They're all old and probably deaf. They don't complain. But Sundays were working to a point. But then when we had crowds, it was hard to get people on a Sunday as well. So we thought, fuck it, a Friday works better. So we do them on a Friday. And they have obviously still been on a Friday to an extent. Sometimes we do it Saturday. We have had a Sunday show here and there, but Fridays work better.
Yeah, so it does work a lot better because then... Because back then, we didn't used to double tape, remember?
No, we used to actually do it in a way live. Like, well, not live, but we'd film it and I'd get it up as soon as I could. You got to take advantage of, you know, double tapings. You know, we're out in the elements here. We never got to cover, which I wanted.
Yeah. Winter is a pain in the ass.
Winter is, as you guys saw at our Resurgence. If that rain didn't happen, I don't know where we'd be today, unfortunately. But
that's actually a question I was going to ask you. Because I remember, so going into 2019 when we spoke, you were hell bent on it being one show only, and I went to bat for the guys so many times to say, no, let's keep doing it, and you said no.
No, I have no interest in
it. If Resurgence had gone the way it was supposed to, and we got through the main event as we were supposed to, would the SAWF still have gone past Resurgence?
Nope, that would have been it. Would have happily closed it and been a very happy man. And how do I deal with cunts like Jack Blade and Ryan Sampson? What?
Hey, I ain't cutting that out.
No, as Anderson, I have to be a hill and deal with these bloody babyface shits and intervening with the high powers. Gotta be bloody kayfabe and do it. Come on.
Yeah, I guess so.
Mikey Boy's good, and I had Michael Hunt, and I'm not gonna go there. It'll piss me off. You know, I love you boys. No, I do. It's hard because you have to accommodate all this stuff.
But did you think we'd get through 2020?
No. That was a shock to me.
Because we know the way it runs with the SAWF, right? We knew that Resurgence was supposed to be the last show, and then Showdown was supposed to be the last show, and then we weren't supposed to get past 2020, and now we're 2 months away. This is gonna air on the 18th, so it's gonna air the day after the 10th anniversary takes place.
Yep, that's right.
We're 2 months away from Showdown.
Yay! Here we are again.
The question I'm going to ask you now is what is the future for the SAWF past Showdown? Is there a future for the SAWF past Showdown? Do you want it to keep going forward?
At this stage, because it's on such a roll, it was never on a roll before. In previous years, as you've explained in your chapters, like 14, 15, they didn't last long. And 2020, well, 19 has looped into 20 and 20 into 21 now. So we've actually done easily a full 12 months. We've smashed it, which is unbelievable. And I can't stop something that's working, because this is what the dream is to have a company or a backyard company, and it's working now. And people are joining. We've now got commentary. I've always wanted commentary. I want to re-announce it. I want it to become like its own thing. It's like, it's not WWE, but it's like you're walking into an arena. It's not an arena, but you can feel it. It's got a feel. It's starting to come together. I wouldn't want to stop it now.
So obviously,
or after Showdown, but if the roster shrunk, it'd be harder to do it, and it'd put me into a position to go, maybe it can't continue, which would have to end in a special show, or B, would be doing less shows. So that's what's going. So it's got to go for as long as it can until the ring sells. Anyone wants it, 15k, and it's yours, and you will kill Sawf with it. So if you want to, mate, I'll push that button any day of the week. If anyone
you try your best.
If anyone gave me
SAWF never dies.
If anyone gave me 15k, sell on ring, sell on Sawf. That's the big red button in the background. That's why you keep that in mind. But for now, I couldn't stop it with all the commitment people putting in where the place is gone. It'd just be a shame.
So is 2021 the year that you want everything basically to happen that you've wanted to happen? Because 2020 is as close as what we got.
2020 was as close as what we got. 2021, I need it to happen. I need the dream to become complete. It needs to come full circle here. We're almost there. With Showdown, that is a goal for me to be one of the big marks. It needs to be a big check. And it's done right. If it's not done right, it's got to fail the dream.
Because I mean, Showdown last year was great. But I feel like
there were parts
of it that could have been better.
There could have been more people. It could have been set up better, and that's the goal. It's got to be different this year. It's got to feel like a proper big show. It's got to feel different to the rest of the PSVs.
It's gonna feel like our WrestleMania.
Yeah, like our exactly. That's what we want. I mean, not many promotions of our size do that. I mean, a lot of backyard companies sort of do, but if you look at RCW or ACW or Wrestle Rampage or Pro Wrestling South Australia, and most Australian indie companies just have one big show a month. Yeah. They don't actually do the weekly shows. Some do like a mini show and then a big show, which is fine. They do it well. And I feel like all those companies doing a great job. If they did weekly shows, they'd smash out the park. Yeah. But here we are with a very small roster doing weekly stuff. And it takes toll on people's bodies. It's a lot of work, but it's very rewarding. And you can really get stories to go across really well, which I like.
Because we don't get paid for this.
No, shit, even I don't get paid.
And
if not, we pay in a way.
And I've been doing this obviously longer than the other guys. So I've been here, for 9 years?
Too long, man. Get away.
Yeah, I don't know what I've been doing. This is the longest I've committed to something.
We have no life.
Right?
Yeah, it's more than a
relationship. I've been doing this for 9 years, and like the whole time, obviously, we don't get paid. We do it because we love it. It's
a passion.
It's a passion.
Like, we put our bodies on one. Everyone does. I mean, I don't care if you think it's stupid or not. I mean, backyard or professional, we are a hybrid in a way because we like to do things safely and not stupidly. But we're taking a risk on our bodies and we're risking our life for people's entertainment and pleasure. So we are paying a lot and we're not really getting much in return besides the reward of living our dream.
And people watching us.
And people watching us thinking, what fucking idiots are these guys up to? You know, what are we doing?
Pretty much.
A lot of people enjoy it though. I can't say they don't. We all enjoy it. We watch it back. I sit there and watch a takedown or a PSV and go, wow.
It's pretty
on a night, yeah. Wow.
Right,
this is shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing?
So when the SAWF shut in 2014, it lasted 5 months? Right? It was a very short run.
And when Sawf Mania was my birthday, that was May, and then it sort of faded away.
Did you think it was going to come back in 2015?
Yes and no. At the time when it finished, it just seemed like that was it. There was nothing. It just was all the bullshit politics and backstage antics and crap that happened. It seemed like nothing could go ahead. Surely not these guys would come back and do it. I was adamant that I wanted to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Because man, there's a ring there. Yeah. It's only been 5 months, Like, what the hell?
So all the stuff that I said about the 2014 chapter with the politics, I wasn't exaggerating. He was dealing with stuff nearly every day.
Every day you have.
It was definitely every week at least.
At least every week. You'd have guys messaging me about, he said this about me, and he thinks I'm fucking great, and fuck you, you don't know how to book shit, why am I champion, and he talked shit about me, and back then I wasn't as strong as I was, so I let a lot of people walk over me, and a lot of things go through, and the problem with that is when you say yes to everyone, and everyone doesn't agree, it causes a fucking shitstorm. But not my problem. Mate, why am I champion? We just started. When am I getting the title? It's the first takedown. Are you thinking about that? That's not how wrestling works. You don't just get a title. Yeah. And you shouldn't be caring about the title anyway. We're here to put a story and a show forward. Really, we're in the selling tickets business. We don't do that.
Yeah, we don't sell tickets.
Wrestlers are salesmen. But we're doing this for a different sale.
We sell stories to you guys.
We sell, he opens his jacket up in the alley and he wants some stories.
Yeah,
I've seen it, man.
Have you seen what's in my briefcase? You haven't. Actually, speaking of the briefcase, when am I cashing in?
It's only when I say so. Yeah.
So then, finally, the SAWF came back in 2015, right? Mm-hmm. And it lasted till October.
Bit longer.
It was a longer run.
It's more impactful.
It obviously, the roster thinned out, which is what I was saying in the 2015 chapter.
It thinned out, but I feel like we got a bit more quality rather than quantity. Yeah. 2014 had its ups and downs, and some guys were better than others. Some were
more downs than ups, I'd say.
Oh yeah, definitely more down, and some people were fucking hopeless. Like honestly, it was quantity, not quality. I mean, obviously none of us had training, but some guys would go out there and just do like a punch, and they can't even hit a punch, and that's it. That stale as shit, no character. Fuck, and they wanted a lot of guys talked themselves up. No, it wasn't one; it was multiple.
There's a lot of egos.
Everyone was ego. Yeah.
A lot of egos.
Yeah, you were the worst. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, Randy Parker was pretty bad.
Yeah,
Paul Agostino had the best in SAWF. When he said that coming out, he actually genuinely believed
he did.
Which is good and bad in an extent. But yeah, Michael Hunt thought he was really damn good, and Kyle Watson thought he was the fucking greatest thing since sliced bread. He probably had the biggest ego at a lot. He talked himself up like he was like fucking Ric Flair or something.
Wasn't it at Slamming in Summer in 2015 he broke his toe because he wrestled barefoot?
Broke his because he tried to do a Rusev. Fucking fat idiot. But anyway, and he broke his toe, which I find hard to believe. He apparently slipped in the shower and hurt his ankle, but really went to a 0-1 show.
2015, the run ends.
The run ends.
And
it's not fair.
It was better. It ended on better terms than 2014, right?
Yes, it sort of died by shrinking. It just got
Sawf was just dying, yeah.
smaller,
It was
smaller.
yeah.
It was just left with...
Till it was left to the unseen
no,
last man standing match between myself and Adrian Evans, which we don't know.
Look, I've got the footage of that takedown. I think it's 30 or 31. It was you and Adrian Evans, the last man standing.
Something we need to watch.
Also, Rise to Honor. That never got uploaded. That was actually a decent PSV for the time.
Yeah. There's only a photo of it.
There's only a photo. I've got footage.
We did that 10 bell salute
before the show. The footage is on a hard drive I'm currently recovering. It's fucked. And the guy tells me he can try his best to recover it. If he does, you guys will get weekly content from the Sawf Vault, which hasn't been seen
Finally
before.
get to see this last man standing.
Oh, mate, but we'll react to it before I put it up.
I was going to say, if we put up Rise to Honor and we put up this last man
There'll be a reaction video. Yeah. We can even do a watch party. But anyway.
Keep the 10th anniversary stuff going.
The point being is, it shrunk, and that was it at the time. That was it. And then it would kill it. Actually, River Crisis was in the crowd watching. I don't know why, but man came to film.
So did you think after it ended in 2015 that it was ever going to come back, or do you think that was it?
That was it. Because we went
pro.
Because I wanted to, at that time, that's why the roster shrunk. I wanted to try and make it professional. I wanted to get a professional wrestler in to help train, who was keen. He was keen to do it. He's the guy who trained us. I wanted to try to do shows. I wanted to do weekly shows, and it was going to be every week in a different area of SA. And I know there's obviously you're not going to go into certain territories because it pisses pros off. But I've got the South. I could have the whole South. I could have. I want to do South, West, East, North, every week it's somewhere different. But that couldn't happen because the guys didn't want to go pro. They didn't have the commitment.
It was only you, me, and Adrian Evans.
Because Randy Parker, Vince DeMarco, Michael Hart, all those guys, none of them wanted to do it. They didn't want to go pro. Well, Randy Parker did, Steen Boy. But, at the time, they just didn't want to commit to that. Backyard's easier, we don't want to be pro. I think it's a good thing and a bad thing. It was a huge opportunity missed for everyone to really do something special. And there's other promotions out there. I mean, it's hard to do it, but in a way, I'm glad it's still backyard based because it's easier to do things. It's not as strict because if it was professional, it'd be a different place, and it wouldn't be so much happiness as you see today. So that's what killed 2015.
But from the pro route, we got to have a couple of matches on pro.
We had a couple.
We both debuted on that ACW show.
Evolve, can't remember which one.
Evolve.
That was great.
We both debuted, and then we had the XAW show. We had the Battle Royal,
which was fantastic.
We had the one-on-one matches.
It was not the biggest pro career, but at least we got into it.
We had a couple of matches.
We tried it, and at that point, I sort of lost my go for wrestling. I didn't want to do it anymore. I sort of lost it and went, think about this. Do I want to go to WWE? Do I want to go to America? Do I want to go somewhere big? When we're all young, you're all thinking of being in that ring holding that title. That's what everyone imagines. And then when you actually get into the business, and it's a fucking hard business, it hurts, there's a lot of pain and money involved, you don't get paid. You think, can I do this for every day in my life? Can I injure my body and work to get there? And do I want to go there? And it started to click. Said, no, I don't want to be a wrestler. I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to, break my neck, and I might not even make it. So I lost all passion for wrestling. And as my trainer said, you'll get the itch again. And surely I did, but then I started refereeing. Yeah. And I did that for...
Yeah, you kept reffing while I'd stopped.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I ref for ACW, I ref for XAW, I ref for Snake Pit at the time, and HRPW. And I did a lot of refereeing. I enjoyed refereeing because I could still enjoy it by being the third man. Yeah. And you still learn a lot being a ref.
Exactly, yeah.
And then after that, I sort of just fell out of it,
Because then after 2016, we fell out of wrestling just altogether.
It was just gone. It wasn't a thing. Yeah. I mean, we weren't even watching it that much. It was wrestling mainly because WWE is the biggest focus for anyone who grew up watching it, and it started getting trash. And when the thing you grew up watching gets trash, you sort of feel trash. You go, oh. Of course, there's other promotions out there. Now you got
when I realised if I got to WWE, I wasn't going to get to wrestle Triple H. I was like, well, you know what, this is not worth it.
Mate, you can be wrestling right now.
Exactly.
Got a chance facing Jericho, to be honest.
Yeah. But then, we fell out of wrestling, and then we got into music from there.
We got music.
So then
So we do opera? No, I'm just kidding.
So we're a barbershop quartet.
What was it? The B Sharps.
Yeah, the B Sharps.
We're actually the real B Sharps.
The real B Sharps. So we fell out of wrestling, went into music, and then
of course metal and rock, because that's what wrestling fans like.
Yes. And then it was actually like I was saying on Uncut. It was actually at a gig.
Gig
where
a big man.
Resurgence, where it decided to.
I've got to say, you bump into Mike Dexter and Michael Hunt, and we haven't seen each other in years.
Yeah, I hadn't seen him since Sawf.
So that was it, and we were all good by then. I mean, obviously we had.
And this was in 20.
What was he? Was 18?
18.
Yeah. No. Was it 19?
I don't know.
Anyway, it was around then, and it sort of started off as a joke. You know.
Because do you remember how many times we used to say to each other,
Oi.
yeah, let's do Sawf. Let's do one more show. Countdown to extinction. How many times did we talk about it? And there were times where we actually tried to get people organised.
There was a few returns, but it just didn't happen because people couldn't be fucked or said no. We were always keen. And then it eventually happened. And really funny because Adrian Evans said to me before Resurgence, he was like, there's gonna be a show, it's gonna be called Resurgence. Like he said like there's gonna be Resurgence.
No.
And then it fucking happened.
You know, when he told me that, I laughed.
Oh, when he told, it was at my grandparents, and I saw him there, and he was like, fuck. He's like, I said, no. He's like, I'll be researched. Fuck off. There's no.
And this is before we even had spoken about it.
This is before we even saw fucking Harry and Mike.
And I remember you told me that, and when you told me that, I laughed at it, and I said, "Fucking." When
he told me that, I said, "Get fucked. That would never happen. Sawf is a load of crock, and it's not gonna happen ever again. Fucking your dreams aren't coming true, little kid." Fucking hell, it came true. Smash that kid. Anyway, sorry.
So, I mean, if the SAWF wasn't active in 2019, if we didn't come back, we obviously wouldn't have been sitting here for a 10th anniversary, hey?
No, we'll be sitting here for something else. Yeah. Probably playing video games or something, you know?
Yeah, probably. So, take me through behind the scenes.
No.
The booking.
Not the booking.
Okay. This is one thing I've wanted to ask, and this is one thing I want to ask in front of everybody.
That broken thing that comes up, technical difficulties.
I can do that. It's fine. I can edit that. So we're talking about the booking. What goes into booking a card for you? Like, how do you organize who's going to wrestle who, or who's going to who's going to feud with who? Is it a case of who you think works best with each other, or is it a case of who you want to see? What goes into it?
Do you know you spin the wheel and it randomly? No, I'm just kidding. Hey, Prodigy's champion! Wow, I landed on a good one every time. No. With the booking, which, for example, in 2014 when it started, it was like, oh yeah, that's easy. Everyone can book. Anyone can book. It's not. It's fucking hard because you can't just put anything together. It doesn't work. Yeah. I mean, you can try, but you really got to try. I wasn't thinking too much of a story in 2014 when I did it.
Matches.
It was. I tried to build a story on matches, putting matches and going, that will make a story. Really, I should have been going, here's a story, let's put the matches. I was doing it the other way around. I was going, if we do this with Havoc and that, Prodigy and part, and it'll go to something. And it failed. I mean, Havoc slipped on his ass doing a broad kick at the Rumble. Pretty funny. Anyway, now...
I got no defense for him.
Poor Havoc, I love you, man.
I love Havoc, but I got no defense for him.
Man broke his dick and his temple in 2013. Anyway... So we go back to where actually...
So you see the cameraman's reactions exactly.
This is the cameraman. You don't get paid either and you can't laugh. So it's hard because, yeah, you're right. I can't just fucking go...
I mean, it's not something that you just fucking throw together. It's like, oh, yeah, you're going to wrestle him for no apparent reason. There's a lot more thought that goes into it.
It doesn't work like that because, with wrestling and booking, there has to be a reason for people to keep watching. Obviously, that's why we're gaining viewers and that's why there's subscribe. People still want to see it. And that's why it's still around, because it's a story that's interesting, Like, don't fucking, Prodigy vs. Anderson, I mean, granted, we've got chemistry and we work well together. That's a very key point. I do like putting people together who work well together. I'm not going to put someone who's got bad chemistry and someone with good chemistry. I do like to put them together to sort of, I might put someone with the Prodigy who I've worked with and they're pretty crap, it's just like, they don't have anything. And eventually I'll try it with someone else, see if they can get some chemistry going. Or I'll bring them back to me again. I might put people together who I think don't work just to try and make something happen to get them to, you guys need to click and get into it so you can actually make some good matches and good storytelling. So that's always a thought. But the booking itself, like, I do take ideas from people, of course. People go, hey, can I do... I'm always open to say, hey, what do you think of this story? Hey, what do you think of this one? Okay, I'll take it on. I'm not going to... It's not all up in my head going, this is the imagination of Sawf. It's perfect, You've got to take on... Unlike Vince, I mean, the guy's a billionaire. I can't shit on him. He makes a lot of money. He's doing. No matter what you say about him, the cunt's winning in life because he's made a lot of money, and that's all it's about in the proper industry. He doesn't let people have much input. Yeah. I like to let people have a bit of input. You know, it's always not too. I can't have like Adrian Evans walking like, I'm gonna be champion, and I think I should go here and there and there, and that's my story.
And use Adrian Evans for a lot of examples, eh?
Okay, my name's the Prodigy, and I want to cash my briefcase, and I want a main event
showdown. So I've been telling you for 200 days, cunt.
And I want a main event showdown, and I want this to happen, and that to happen, and it must be me. No, I don't accept that.
It was a lot like that in 2014.
Yeah, man, this guy every week comes. I'm just kidding. There was actually everyone else.
Hang on.
It was maybe. Why is the Prodigy champion?
Hold on, wait. If you look back at 2015, I put over Vince DeMarco for him to win the title.
Yes, Vince. Young fat.
And if you look at this year, I put over Crisis.
This guy puts over. People used to call him the Barrier. Man, I gave this man a golden shovel for his birthday because the joke was backstage, he was Triple H with a golden shovel, but he wasn't. Everyone used to look at him. Wins. Prodigy always wins. Nah. You know why? If you look at his record, it's pretty fucking bad.
I'll let you know that the 2020 record, I have one of the worst records.
Yeah. And there's people out there, and there was actually people on the roster in 2019 who go, oh, he doesn't put people over. Why is he always winning? Well, one, I look at people who are good workers, and two, I look at people that can do things correctly. You know, like, it's not about, because I think he deserves it, or maybe he's my friend, so he gets the title. No, it don't work like that. I put the title on people because they deserve it, and I know it's good for business. I hate the title on me because I don't like being champion. Because one, I think it looks bad, and two, I'm not here for the title. I mean, if I get the fucking title, you're all fucking never going. Don't get the title, you'll never fucking let it go. You understand?
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to zoom in on your face and I'm
fucking cunt. So
the thing is that because like the stories have evolved. Like
man,
a lot. Like you ever look at like prime examples are like for instance.
No, don't bring up any stories.
No. I'm not talking about shit ones.
Oh hey.
I'm talking about the stories. The stories have evolved.
Yes.
The storytelling has evolved because you ever look at rivalries like myself and Adrian Evans, or even yourself and Jack, or like you and me.
Yes.
Like there's a lot of if you have a look at how they evolve, there's a shit ton of storytelling.
It does.
Even like Ryan Sampson transitioning from ref to wrestler.
It connects, you know.
There's a lot of
the high power. The whole high powers thing was set up so long ago, and it was just a big build up. No one knew it was coming.
It's a matter of when to do it.
No one saw it coming.
Yeah.
No one saw me, you know, screwing over Adrian at WrestleMania. No one saw that at all.
Well, you had the crowd.
You
and Adrian had the crowd in your back pocket.
Super baby face. Come on, Adrian. All of them, they're family, friends out there, and it was great. Give him the finger and tell him to get fucked, because no one believes it. You know, I mean, man, handcuffed. That's it. Goodbye. No.
I went into detail with the handcuffs. What a fuck around that was.
They were, everything. If you ever try practicing anything, and we work a lot on the fly, but we had to practice this to make sure it worked, and it worked 3 times in practice.
But do you remember the night before when we all got together and we practiced?
The handbrake.
It broke. The links broke.
Oh, yes.
So we fixed them. We had to put them together so then it would so it was a shorter chain. Then Mike for some reason couldn't open the fucking cuff.
And then he could,
didn't try doing the cuff that was linked up to the turnbuckle until someone in the crowd was like, "Why don't you try the other one?" And then he's like, "Oh, okay." So he puts the key in and then unlocks it. And then we end up cuffing Adrian Evans, and
Adrian, the man,
and he's got the fucking cuff stuck on his wrist,
fucking stocky beef hands,
and then we had to tie him up with the rope.
And, that's why I had the rope. And then he was complaining after the show, "My hand hurts, my wrist hurts, get it off. He wanted it off, so I want it off."
It was really tight.
He's a fucking stocky fella. If he was a boxer,
it was tight on my wrist. Can you imagine what it was like on his?
Like me, he's a bit of a fatty, eh? So, sorry.
Those Antonopoulos bones, eh?
Hey! Yeah.
Oh, sorry, those Anderson bones.
I don't know. It says at the bottom of every video, copyright James Antonopoulos.
Exactly. But are you James Antonopoulos or are you James Anderson?
I'm James Andersonopoulos.
Exactly.
So there's a difference here. Anyway, so with the booking, it has evolved, and now it's more story focused. Obviously, you learn psychology a bit better. As we went through the pro route, we learned a bit more about psychology, and it really clicked. Because our trainer was really focused on psychology wrestling, not wrestling. Let's just have moves and spot fest. It was about storytelling, and that's where it started.
That's where we
to
learned a
evolve.
lot of the psychology.
That's where we learned.
stuff,
The less bumps you take, the better wrestler you are. If you can do things,
Undertaker.
it's where it comes from. He's the
Undertaker.
king of psychology. Why do you need to take 50 bumps a night? What fucking point's that? You've got a bump clock. That's what our trainer taught us. You can't do it forever.
See, the bumping around a lot works. It only works on some people.
Big match, like, even for our free stations held that failed, there going to be some decent bumps in there.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
It wouldn't be as much as we do on a takedown, but it's for a reason, Like Showdown, with the match we had, the triple threat, that had some fucking big spots. But it's not like we're doing clothesline, boom, boom, get up, slam,
but you really take a look at what the bumps we took.
They were at the right time.
There was a suplex. There was a few table
I
spots.
flipped off the top right, but it wasn't constant. It wasn't like splash from the top right, get up, and a big clothesline, and a power bomb, and a pile driver. It was and to us that's a lot anyway. I don't like doing too much because I don't think it's needed. There's a time and a place for a move.
And okay, so the one question I couldn't really answer.
Oh,
I mean, I did answer it because of like stuff you told me.
Mate, who the fuck said you can speak on my behalf?
Why did you change from the Dominator to James Anderson?
Because the Dominator's the fucking gayest, stupidest wrestling name in all
So
the
my answer was that you didn't like the Dominator.
I never liked it. I thought the Dominator is a man who's like 6'6" and 300-pound man. He has to be fucking like Batista. You could call that man a Dominator. It was fucking huge. Right? And I couldn't work out a fucking name for myself. And I thought, fuck it, I'll go with that. Because it was a name I just used to use on 2K. And I thought, fuck it, it'll work. And then when you really start doing it, you go, fuck, I look like such a dickhead. Yeah. Perfect for a hildo. Because you talk, you see, like, who's the Dominator? It's that little pesky cunt. Yeah, fuck you, I'm the Dominator. What do you want?
But I think the problem was you were a face in 2014.
So it doesn't really work. I mean,
you didn't really know how to be a heel in 2015.
I was pretty hopeless as a heel. I was too nice. Yeah. So I fucking hate that name. It's fucking gay. I apologize. It's shit. The Dominator. The Dominator. Mate, that's like some fucking...
The Prodigy isn't any better.
No, that's fucking fantastic. The Dominator's like a fucking porno name for some black dude with an 8-inch cock. The Dominator. Mate, that ain't me.
Hang on,
The Prodigy sounds like some sort of what? It's just the Dominator.
But where did you get James Anderson from? Now I said
no.
James Anderson, Stone Cold Steve Austin's real name.
No.
Where did you actually get it from?
Now I was a big fan of Stone Cold growing up. Never knew his real name though. I was thinking for names. It was for ACW and for XRW Blake Mitchell. We had to think of a pro name.
I kept the Prodigy, didn't I?
But Blake said it fucking works. Yeah. It's okay. The Dominator, mate. I don't know. He's like, we need to think of a name. So I kept coming up with names. I'll probably chat somewhere for all these names I came up with, and I wanted James. I was thinking Andanopolis. I'm going, what would work? I thought James Andanopolis. It doesn't have a nice ring to it, And it was like James I kept going everything and. I kept looking at Anderson. Aha. James Anderson. At first I thought, I don't know, and I thought it works fucking. Yeah, I like it. And my fate. I thought for a finisher, just to elaborate on the story here, I always like the stunner because it's simple and it works. And I thought the RAV, Random Acts of Violence, Mike, that's what it stands for.
Did you come up with that, or was that?
No, I came up with the name RAV. I thought, I was like, alright. I thought it was just like, fuck, I call it RAV, because I thought Random Acts of Violence, that's what it stands for. It's a random act, and it's violent. Rub your neck, I mean, come on, that's pretty fucked. So, it was running stunner. Because I couldn't, I was a weak ass, so I wanted to do a Batista bomb as my finisher. And it's dangerous, and
I could do that on the
trampoline, but, nah. So, that's where the stunner came from. And then, I looked up Stone Cold's name one day, and fuck me, I was like, oh no. I can't remember if he's Steve James Anderson or James Anderson.
I think it's Steve James.
It might be. The day I looked it up, someone must edited it. It was just James Anderson. I'm looking at it going, oh fuck. I look like the biggest cockhead because I'm Stone Cold.
I guess it increased off Mark Calloway or something. It's not like I call myself Paul Levesque.
You could though.
Yeah, no.
So there's the James. Fucking James Anderson, Stone Cold Steve Austin, here I'm doing stunners and loofahs, fucking hell, it's not meant to be.
But like having a look at, like the thing, looking at your moveset, looking at mine, and then looking at a couple of other guys, You can see who everyone's influenced by, right? You've got yourself, you've got like the big boot and like the old school, which is like Undertaker.
I love
but also
Undertaker's
Kane.
favourite.
Kane as well with the
It's
big
a bit
boot.
Hogan when I do. Have you noticed I do a boot and a leg drop?
Yeah,
I don't intend that either.
It is.
Check
I mean, like,
show
you,
down.
like, you have a look for me, you've got like the super kick, which is like what? Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels.
There's Triple H in there,
Triple
there's
H,
Jericho
yeah,
in
mate,
there.
you got
Everyone is influenced.
Rock,
yeah, everyone's influenced and they make their own sort of like move sets and stuff.
Yeah.
Was that your reasoning behind putting your move set together?
Yeah, because basically, you know, when you build your character, you take a bit from everyone you like with your entrance or your music or how you wrestle your character. And I took, well, obviously you can't just make up moves. They're standard moves, but you think, who's your favourite wrestler? And can I do that? A big boot. I never thought I could do a big boot. For some reason, I've got really good flexibility in my legs. And I can
you could do a big boot.
Oh, mate, apparently I can do a big boot. So I thought, fuck it, that's an easy move. Now I can't. Fucking Undertaker jumps over the top rope, dives outside. I can't fucking do that. But I can do a big boot. That's simple enough. A leg drop's a simple but effective move.
But you can also do, like, the old school actually takes a lot of balance on the top rope. Because I tried it.
It's fucked, isn't it?
I tried it because I remember for one spot, I said to you, why don't I hit you with an old school? I couldn't balance myself on that top rope.
It's tricky. Oh man, I don't know how to fuck. Undertaker's like 6'10" or something.
And he just walks across it like it's nothing.
Yeah, like it's nothing. Oh, I can do it without falling. It's tricky. I don't like doing it because I'm not a big enough guy, but it's interesting. It's different. But anyway, I think even Jesse does it from ACW. He does old school because his favourite wrestler is The Undertaker, which is fair enough. You take something from your favourite guy. You know, it doesn't mean because I'm not 6'10" I can't do it. Doesn't mean, you know, if you want to use the pedigree, just because you're not Triple H doesn't mean you can't use the pedigree.
But you see, the thing is...
anyone can do these moves.
See, the thing is for me, though, I've always found that, like, something like the pedigree only suits someone like Triple H.
Or Havoc.
No. His pedigree was crap. Okay?
Drop me in my face.
But that's what I mean. It's like a super kick, for instance. Every fucking man and dog these days does their super kick now, right?
And Sawf, we protect it.
So you see...
Sorry.
Yeah, Jack.
Can't
Stop taking my super kick, alright?
And he'll go on about Crisis and the Spinebuster. I'm reading your mind. Yeah, it's overkill. It's a shame. Yeah. Wrestling's involved.
But there's some moves that only...
DDT.
Oh my god. Watching the stuff from 2014 and 15, before I was doing the chapters, there were DDTs all over the fucking place.
Blake wouldn't be a fan of that at all. Yeah, so we try to protect things here. Yeah. It's true. We don't just go to super kick party or anything like that.
No, thank God.
Thank God for that.
I'd be
or kill pole drivers.
Yeah.
Fucking that's it.
Good old pole driver, huh?
Let's not go there. Yeah. So, yeah, that's where that's where my moves come from. That's where James Anderson came from because it looks better. Hey, you can call me the Dominator still. I don't give a fuck. You'd probably get an RAB if you call me.
I can't call you the Dominator anymore. After calling you Anderson, it feels like a downgrade going to the Dominator.
Thanks. Yeah, it is though.
No, but it is. It's you know, like...
I could be Mr. Anderson.
It's easier to call you James Anderson because your name's James.
I know.
It's easier just to say James in promos. That's why I always used to say it.
And the good thing is that everyone doesn't call each other by the real name. I'm easy.
Yeah. See, I'm easy. I'm Prodigy.
I can't go... Like, with Adrian, I'll never call him his real name.
I have in promos.
And I'm a relative. And I still won't do it.
I do.
We share a similar
name. It's a bad habit. You know why? Because I never call him Adrian.
Oh, you're a dummy.
I call him Evans or Adrian Evans in promos.
That's where you can get away. Prodigy.
Yeah, see, mine's easy. Jack Blade.
Jack Blade.
Easy.
Ryan Sampson's easy, just a reversal.
Yeah, it's just a reversal.
And Michael's Mike.
Yeah.
Simple.
So that's what I mean, everyone's pretty easy. And then you got fucking Thunderstorm and Respaldo. Who can fuck that up?
No one's ever was in a mask. If they didn't wear a mask, boy, you'd be surprised.
Who is Thunderstorm and Respaldo? So I said, 2014, Randy Parker was Psycho.
Yes, he was.
Vince DeMarco was Thunderstorm.
Yeah.
Who's Thunderstorm and Respaldo right now? He won't tell me.
So Randy Parker...
I know.
Randy Parker and Vince DeMarco. It is.
Mate, Randy Parker is not that big to be Thunderstorm.
Bro, he does roids.
Psycho.
Mate, this small...
And hang on, Psycho is Jack.
Shut up.
So who's Thunderstorm? So we just had some technical difficulties. Wouldn't be Sawf without technical difficulties.
No.
So let's get back into it. The next question I have to ask is, I answered this question. I'm going to ask you this question now, being the owner. Who are some of the toughest people you've had to work with or you've had to deal with over the times in the SAWF? It's one question I had to ask covering every year. For you, who were some of the toughest people you had to work with and why?
Toughest I had to work with, I mean, in ring and then there's two ways. I mean, I've had the toughest as an in-ring. I've had the toughest dealing people's characters and their personalities.
Okay.
Like,
okay, so let's cover in-ring first.
In-ring.
In-ring, who's been the toughest you've had to work with? Is there anybody that you...
as in, like, annoying or, like, tough as in, fuck, this guy is something different?
I guess a mix of both. Like, someone you couldn't work with or someone that you just...
Oh, yeah,
you
man,
know...
that Prodigy guy, nah.
Yeah, it's pretty shit.
Pretty shit. Nah, fuck, toughest, eh? I guess it'd be like no offense, but fucking stupid Wade Kaya, fucking mophead cunt, and fucking Kyle Watson and fucking Jason, they're horrible because they've got no experience behind them. That's why if they, give anyone time to get somebody, just where are we going? There's no communication. There's no people like anyone like. Excuse me. Where's our scotch? Anyway, need to clean my throat. Yeah, I just get pissed. Everyone who we started with, like for example, Jack or Ryan or even Adrian at the beginning, it's tricky because they haven't had the experience and the chemistry. That's already everyone's been a challenge. I can't pick. Besides us, we've worked together so many times. It's just working with someone who's so green. It's hard you have to really carry the whole thing yourself. You know what I mean? That's what becomes tough. There's no particular person. Like, I mean, who's tough? Everyone seems they're all in general the same because they're all green, but it's just people's personalities after the match can be different.
Yeah, so then going out of the ring in terms of personalities, who are some of the hardest people you've had to deal with? If it's to do with like bookings or matches or stuff, who are the hardest people you've had to deal with?
There's a few, and it's no, not like that now. But you get guys like the whole fucking Civil War. You get guys like Crisis, and you get guys like Vince DeMarco and Randy Parker. At certain points, Crisis is a fucking great guy, fantastic. Safe wrestler, awesome fucking guy. But back then in the Civil War, actually no, he was good. He traded, so he's alright. But everyone's always questioning things and why I'm doing things. Like, I hate it when people question, for fuck's sake, you're wrestling in a ring. I don't charge people to wrestle in my ring, it's free. And you're questioning why you're here. I'm giving you opportunity. It doesn't matter if you're going to be fucking Doink the Clown in my ring. That'd be an honor. You're in a fucking ring. I hate when people just go, why are you doing it? Why not, cunt? What is it your fucking ring? Is it your property? Is it your company? No. Why are you doing this? Oh, you should. You know what? You should really even guys like when Stratos was here, Steve. Oh, you should really push this guy or do this guy because he's better.
Remember when he changed the Sawf logo to that E?
E, and then Michael Dinadios liked us. Yeah. I think it was Royal Greek. It was alright for a time, but didn't really.
Didn't last.
Didn't really mean Sawf to me. But anyway. Steve was a nice guy and helped out. But anyway, at points, everyone they really got on my nerves because they ask stupid questions and they want stupid things that I can't give them. Yeah. At some points people want to, I want to do this match, but you've got to pay for it. What you want to, so you come to me, you want to do in theory, you want to do a TLC match, but James, you have to supply ladder and chairs. I didn't book this match, you want it. If you want it, you go get your supplies. Different story if I said, hey guys, I'm going to put you in a ladder match, I'll organise it. Not, hey James, I want to do this. And I expect you to get it when I've got no intention to book it.
Speaking of TLC, that's very interesting because remember originally Adrian and myself was supposed to be TLC.
It was, that's right. It was going to be
but then there was it was just going to be a pain in the ass to organise, wasn't it? All the tables and
too
stuff.
Much. It would have cost so much.
Practically it wasn't.
We're backyard. I mean, come on, we're not making money here. I
mean, the ladder match was good, but can you imagine the TLC?
Man, imagine if it was a table in a ring and I was just putting Adrian off for a table.
That would have been match of the year.
That would have been match of the year. I mean,
hands down.
Hands down. That is a real match of the year. Actually, yeah, definitely Showdown was damn, and Wrestle World 2 matches of the year right there, in my opinion. Hands down. They were. Started
to answer some of my questions.
We'll get there anyway.
I spoke about, on one of the uncuts, you remember the infamous phone to my jaw?
I'm sorry.
It's
pretty funny at the time.
So I spoke about how I came inside and you gave me that shitty little band-aid.
I apologize.
Saturated in blood, right? To me, that's one story I can remember.
I've got first aid now.
Yeah. Now it's a bit late now.
Anyway.
No one threw a fucking phone at my face. That was like Jack tried to throw a bin lid at my head.
That was Harry Doyle 2.0. Wow, imagine that.
So that's probably one of the things that I remember the most being one of the worst things that's happened to me in the ring.
Oh.
What's the worst thing you've encountered in the ring? I mean, besides, okay, I know your knee blowing out is up there.
Guru it up. It's
But besides that,
yes.
what was one of the worst things that you've encountered in the ring?
Besides, if you didn't realise, in a match with the Prodigy on Takedown 50, I blew my knee out.
Which I explained in one of the
severely
chapters,
compressed ACL and bruised kneecap's what I got.
Which at first I thought you were selling.
Mate, I wish it was.
And then you couldn't get up off the ground.
It just went. There it goes.
When I saw that you could not get up off the ground, then I was like, yeah, something's
And still to this day, it hurts. Like, it's damaged for the rest of my life now. I can do what I want, but it always hurts me. So, beware, wrestling is dangerous, and I've been very lucky. I've never been intentionally injured by myself. I've never injured myself. It's always been a freak accident or somebody else, and this leads into where I'm going with this. What was the question you saying about what?
What's the worst thing you've encountered in the ring? Like I said, for me, it was the jaw.
The jaw.
Right?
The worst?
What's the worst thing that you've encountered in the ring?
Fuck. I mean, most recently, unfortunately got a concussion from Ryan Sampson, and it wasn't the worst thing in the ring. It was repercussion of 2 months of fucking recovering almost. That was it. In ring though, the worst thing I encountered was I was special guest referee. Michael Hunt was in the match. And you were there. I don't know what. It was
2015.
Yeah, 2015. I don't know why you. Maybe it wasn't you, but anyway.
Because I never wrestled Michael Hunt 1-on-1. So if anything, unless we were in it,
I was a guest referee.
Something.
I remember wearing a ref shirt. So I reckon it was an Iron Man match. It was definitely an Iron Man match, possibly. Oh, it was Michael Hunt.
It was one of those.
Michael Hunt and fucking Adrian Evans, most likely.
They were the only one that would have been Rumble at the Jungle.
Oh, Penis in Uranus indeed. So,
possibly.
Thank you, Dwayne. So, there's been some fucking fuck things, but this was the most stupidest, unnecessary thing I've ever gone through. The match ends, and it's part of the thing for Mike to hit me with a kendo stick. But leading up to that, anyway, this kendo stick I've got, I bought off a pro, and it's not a now what's the word for it? It's not a set-up kendo stick.
Yeah,
it's a legit weapon kendo stick. That's why I said be careful from time. They fucking hurt. And I can tell you now, kendo stick, they fucking hurt. Shoot kendo stick, my god, they sting. Not the ones where they release tension like on TV and let them bend around you.
These were tight tension.
These are tight. So, here comes Mikey, and for some fucking unbeknown reason, just the most hardest fucking hit to my back I've ever had. It left a fucking a dark red mark. He actually hit me that hard, it cracked the stick. Bamboo, legit bamboo.
Cracked over your back.
I never felt so much pain, shock. I was like, oh, and that I bumped now. And I was a bit disorientated from it because I didn't expect that. I just saw it. Then he grabbed me for a DDT, and he grabs me really stiffly. And it doesn't give me a signal, but regardless, he just drops and he doesn't fucking let go of his grip. My head just went onto the ground, going, now I'm all fucking. And the spot after that, it was a DDT and throw me out the ring. And with at that point, I must be fucking I couldn't be concussed. Probably wasn't concussed from then. Anyway, I ended up being concussed. And then he proceeds to throw me out the ring, and I've got fucking not much memory of this. All I remember was just being very dry, fucking lost. And he threw me, and somehow I went over the top rope, and not knowing because I'm fucking dazed at that point. I went over the top rope, landed on the floor, and my head went bang, smack on the outside.
It was a double.
It was a double whammy, and it was I felt disgusting. Your head felt like fucking mush, and it got squashed, and I reckon I blacked out for a sec. I don't know.
If that was the Rumble, you then wrestled the Rumble match after that.
I guess I did. I don't remember much.
Because you were in the Rumble match.
I was. And then and then next day I went to the doctor. He's like, you're concussed. And he gave me the whole Crispin Mar story. I don't know how to stop the nose about that stuff, but man, good on him. Anyway, that was the most what the fuck was that? I've never felt.
So that's the worst thing you've ever run into the ring.
Oh,
I'd say that's pretty.
Besides that, and a match against Christy White, I don't know. I mean, fucking hell. No offense, more training. Anyone can be a good wrestler, but a bit green. But anyway, I've had some stupid things. Luckily, I've never been. Look, I've been hit purposely by guys. Sorry, fuck. To retract that. I've been shit. No, I ain't shit. I've been hit.
He's been shit.
See, concussions fuck you up, children.
He's been shit.
I have been shit.
Right now.
I'm not a great wrestler. I've been hit by people. not intentionally. I've been, some people go too hard,
yeah.
and that's just fucking you just not necessary. I'm not a guy to give you a receipt. I'm too polite, but if you fucking tick me off, I will do something worse. So don't. I've concussions or just rough wrestling. Like it's not needed. Like you get bruised or shit like that. Like I've never been seriously injured. The only thing I've done is my knee, which was a freak tweak.
Which at first I thought you actually did your ACL.
I thought I.
Or you dislocated your kneecap.
That's what we thought it was, and
because I remember your knee pad was off to the side, and all I remember was you've either done your ACL or you've dislocated.
I
your
went to
kneecap.
hospital at night. I was fucked. Anyway, yeah. So
that ruined our hardcore match.
That ruins everything. See, you can't be cool. That was be a really good hardcore match. This would be a typical 2015, 2014 hardcore match.
2015, 2014, 2015. What kind of a hardcore match is it going to be, huh?
Mate, it's going to be one of them. You choose the needle. It's going to be. I'm Scott Steiner here at promos. You get 24.672% chance.
So what anniversary are we at the moment if we started in 2011?
26th, 3rd?
See?
10th.
That's my tag team partner right there.
Ahoy. So anyway,
so that's the worst thing that's happened to you in the ring.
That happened. Unless there's something. Have you witnessed? No,
I haven't witnessed anything.
Have you witnessed anything worse happen to me?
The worst thing I don't remember that Rumble thing, and plus because that was
no one knew. It just looked like a wrestling.
That was probably because
no one would know.
Because we had someone that actually was dedicated to filming. All the guys were in the back or at the front of the house.
And they'd be watching the camera.
Exactly.
And it just looked like another thing.
The worst thing I've seen you go through was the knee.
The knee, yeah, because you were there.
Yeah, was the knee.
When I saw you get hit with that fucking phone, because if you don't know, I've got security cameras around the whole property, and I'll always watch him like in a gorilla sort of style from the back, and I have it on full screen. I don't know what the fuck. I saw something happen. I just saw Prodigy like this and going, what's going on? I'm just going, something doesn't look right. Then I see him getting out of the ring, selling something, going, something's not right here. I think he's injured. And I saw Randy Parker, who was Psycho, come up for trash can and just rammed you in the gut. And he just knows that. I walked through and go, something's not right here. And he's like, I'm blown. Oh fuck, his jaw's busted open. Gave him a band-aid about that big. That's all I had. Put it on.
It went on.
Saturated.
And it was saturated in blood. It stayed on, but it stayed on because it was stuck in blood.
And then he continued the match.
I put out a video.
You put out.
And we're filming this before this video goes out.
Oh
right?
shit!
So the next video that's going out is my top 5 video, right? So I made a list of all these top 5s, like matches and opponents and stuff like that. I'm gonna ask you a couple of the categories that I had. I don't know. You don't have a lot of good memory with Sawf. You forget a lot of the things. I remember more than what you do.
5 fucking concussions from 5 fucking idiots in this company.
Yeah.
Anyway. Sorry, I get concussions are fucking they're not just even accidental. They just upset me because I've got fuck memory. Anyway,
first thing I'm gonna ask is out of this spans across from 2014 to now. Who and in no particular order because I didn't put mine in order, but who are the top 5 best people you've worked with? Like, who are your all-time favorite opponents? Top 5
in no order. Myself. I'm not.
Cock it yourself.
Yeah. Every night, man. One hand. Nah. You. It's uncut. It's legit.
It's uncut, man, but I don't even say those things in the fucking videos. Trying to have a nice interview here.
Yes, well, it's a bit funny after our technical difficulties. I got a different mindset. But anyway, definitely Prodigy, great to work with. No particular order. You could be on the bottom.
That's fine. As I'm in the top 5, that's all that matters.
Hey, you're not me. Probably at the top. Definitely. Ooh, that's a good question. Crisis, man, he's in there. I love my matches with Crisis are always good chemistry.
So my list, I'll give you my list because we might have a similar list.
I don't know your list, Joe.
Exactly.
No, I'll finish mine, but then you might take ideas from you. The viewers might think I stole Prodigy's list.
Who gives a shit?
Okay.
We have the same catch. To be honest, I don't even remember what my list was.
Oh, good. We'll go on.
I don't know. Keep going.
Wow, Cut's a great interviewer. Anyway,
I did these videos a while ago, so.
Le Prodigy. Le Clusos, and then I'd have to go.
Oh no, I do remember my list. It was you, Adrian Evans, Vince DeMarco, Crisis, and Havoc. That was my list.
Interesting. Okay, so mine. Who's Adrian Evans? I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's definitely.
Apparently, you guys are related. That's what I learned from this interview.
Yeah, well, it's mate. Everyone's related.
So why the hell do you beat the shit out of your cousin?
Fucking, what cousins are like each other?
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, now I'm off track, man.
Yeah, so you've got myself, Crisis,
Adrian
Evans,
definitely. Yeah. He definitely wasn't in 2014. 14, 15, but now
No,
he is.
Adrian Evans wasn't on my list because of what he did in 2014.
No.
I never wrestled him then anyway.
No.
Bar the lost last man standing match.
Anyway,
Apparently it was shit.
I'd like to say Vince was always great to work with. That's 4. And I've got to choose 5. Now, here's a few I'll put in, but not actually make.
So honourables.
These are honourables. They won't actually be in my 5th. Michael Hunt had his times when he was great to work with.
Mm-hmm.
Though, mate, there's some interesting stories there for another day. No one else really from 2014 and 15 stood out. I mean, Will was okay and Josh were okay, but it went around long enough for me to say I enjoyed it and they were really good to work with.
I know one that's possibly missing from your top 5.
You gotta get to it. You're not there yet. Really, you think there's one missing? You ready? I feel bad now. There's some pioneer and Sawf I've missed out, but definitely as of recently, Jack has stuck into my list.
He was going to be in the top 5.
Yeah, Jack, I love working with Jack. He's improved a lot, and this has been with Sawf for a fucking long time, believe it or not.
2015.
He was actually in 14
as
well. Briefly, he appeared.
Yeah.
Man appeared and disappeared.
Well,
I think, or was it 15?
That was 15.
That was
I don't remember him ever in 2014.
Actually, no. He came by when we had the trampoline once upon a time.
But he wasn't on any shows.
He was on any show.
His first show was in 2015.
Yeah. But anyway, besides that, and everyone starts off crap. We all do. I mean, fuck me. My matches were horrible in the beginning. But anyway, working with him with this whole storyline going is great, and he's really improved as a wrestler. So that's my 5 as a current in no particular order.
Alright, I'm going to chuck another top 5 at you.
Fuck.
This one might make you think a little bit more. Top 5 of your favourite matches that you've been in.
I've been in like 100 matches, man.
Yeah, I know, and that's why it's a difficult list to break down. And it can span across from, I mean, let's be honest, 2014 probably isn't in there. I mean,
but man, Slamming
and Summer, I believe I added that.
Nah, bullshit, that's not on my list.
Now, you know why? Because it was the first title match.
Yeah, first.
It's just the memory.
It's the memory. I don't remember it. I remember I tried to change the finish, but anyway.
Exactly.
Okay, 2, 3. There's gonna be a lot more. Don't expect anything from 15 or 14 to be.
Again, no particular order.
No particular order. Definitely Showdown 2, the main event.
Mm-hmm.
These are my favourite matches I'm in, or just in
matches
general?
you've been in.
Okay.
Yeah, matches you've been in.
Definitely
because you remember them more than other matches.
Well, you're right. I do remember. That's true. You don't really remember the matches.
Like some of the matches, you don't watch them properly. Like you don't watch them.
I don't watch them. Who the fuck watches this shit? Be honest.
Someone's watching this right now. Tell
Well, good for you, buddy. No, because I've got a lot to do. With editing, I don't have time to just sit and watch stuff. I do watch takedowns and PSVs to an extent, but anyway, as Prodigy says, you remember your good matches. They stick in your mind. So definitely Showdown 2. That was an amazing night because it was such a big match. It had a nice build. Crisis return. Title went to Crisis, and we had a crowd. Racka there was pretty cool, and they enjoyed it. So hey, and just that whole match went. It rarely things go to plan.
Yeah.
And that went to plan. So happy. We were shitting it going. Someone's gonna die, or something wrong will happen, or we'll botch something. It went fine.
Yeah.
So that's definitely up there. Well, I wasn't in the ladder match, but
you wish you were in the ladder. I mean, you were involved in the ladder match, but you
add
were.
it to my list. Honorable mention to my list is that ladder match.
You made your cameo appearance.
Made my cameo. Shit, yeah. Anderson, $500 for a cameo. Oh, worth.
Fucking what a rip-off.
$5, alright. No one would pay that 5 cents. Hey, no bet as fuck. I'm worth nothing. Anyway, moving on. No, I don't really remember too many matches. I think it was just Showdown. No, I'm just kidding. I had the end of the road match.
Last man standing.
That was fucking cool. I don't know why. It was a cool match.
No, it was a good match because that was like the culmination of our rivalry.
It was. Look, Resurgence main event. I do remember it, but for the wrong reasons.
See, the Resurgence main event was going good up until the second stage.
Yeah,
we rushed through the submission match
with the weather
because of the weather, and then we thought we can get this last man standing match, and then it started to piss down.
So that would have been there. Don't really remember much. I won't lie, you guys haven't seen it. I had a Rise to Honor match with Michael Hunt, and it was a really good submission match. I was actually shocked that Michael Hunt had a really decent match with me. We had some good. That's when as I was saying before, chemistry slowly builds up, and from that point there, that's when the chemistry started to click.
You guys had a good match at Wrestle War, didn't you?
Did we? I can't remember.
You wrestled at Wrestle War. Wasn't that match that got cancelled? Like in mid-match?
Oh, yeah, look, that match was... I like, but the Rise of Honor match shat all over it.
Okay,
because
yeah.
it was, we didn't have to talk. You know, it's that good chemistry and it just flows, and it was a really decent match. So that would be there, but since no one's seen it and it might not see it, I won't chuck it in the list. So that's an honourable mention.
I mean, you can still chuck it in the list even if no one's seen it. It's your matches.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll chuck it in there.
At the end of the day.
All right, so that's the second one.
Third one.
What was the?
There was Showdown.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, End of the Road. Sorry, we've got stuff talking about research. So what else have we got? I mean, 2014. There's nothing that stands out to me. Yeah, of course, Slam in Summer was a great event, and of course, everyone remembers Dead End. It was a Dead End where I got put through all these stupid tables.
The amount of fucking tables.
I didn't like that match because I loved the match. I just didn't like it. I just got fucked.
You looked like a weak motherfucker.
I kept kicking out. I kept kicking out though. So I look. Oh, I do look weak. I guess it's got to flow back to the current season. Because unfortunately, I mean, you look. Actually, no. Fuck it. Undo. I had a match with Crisis, didn't I? At some point.
Yeah, Slamming in Summer. You guys had a match?
No.
Oh, you had a match at Unchained.
At Unchained.
That was in one of my lists. You guys had a title match at Unchained.
That's
in 2020.
That's on there. If Crisis is involved, mate, it's on my list. So that's 4. Like, it's hard to say because like I've had a lot of matches with, besides you like Jack and Sam. I've just had matches.
Surprised a match with Jack hasn't come up in the list.
I want to put one on there, but I can't choose, and I can't remember which one it is.
Cloud Asylum?
Oh, not Cloud. Oh, was it Cloud Asylum?
There was the 15-minute time limit at Mind Games.
Oh, that was a great match.
There was the breakout match at No Remorse.
You know what? That breakout match.
I think that was your best.
That makes my list because I shit you not. The story, and we didn't say a word to each other. We got here. We didn't talk about a match. We just went out there, and that was. I'm not lying to you. That happened as it happened. That was all shoot. It just flowed. It just flowed, and that's what's really happened.
I was on commentary for that match with good old Adrian Evans.
You two helped make the match. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of matches that can add in. But yeah, Showdown, End of the Road, Mr. Blade, and the breakout of Mike Dexter. I mean, fucking hell, every time I wrestle this guy, it's a memorable match anyway.
Except for the last time we
okay, Takedown 50's out the fucking window. That's not memorable. It's memorable for
Is there another match between... I mean, we're the high powers now, right?
Yes, okay.
Is there another match between you and me?
Yeah, well,
do you want to have another match?
Yeah, I'll turn your face, you'll like that. No, I'm just kidding. That won't happen, mate. If that happens... I've gone like Vince. No. Look, you never know. You could have a friendly, but the only time we'll ever face each other, and this is the truth.
The only reason I ask you these questions is just so I can spoil things for the viewers.
Cool. The next time I face the Prodigy will be the last match in SLRF history. That will end it. If you ever see us facing each other for the title in the future, at any time, could be tomorrow, could be in 3 years.
How can it be tomorrow? I don't have the title.
Mate, you could be cashing in right now.
Oh, mate.
Right?
Oh.
You can go to his house. Hey, cash in.
I forgot my briefcase.
It doesn't matter. I'll get it. I'll taxi it. And you understand that doesn't have to be in the ring. That can be anywhere. The Sawf rules, it can be anywhere. That's why it's different, WWE. It's like 24/7 rules in a way. But anyway, so we'll go to right now.
That's fair. So, 2021.
Hey, you're a brother, right?
Oh, fuck the one. I don't keep up with them.
Can I maybe hit a pin with a car and
No.
Okay. He loves his brother.
Now,
anyway, so I was getting to a point.
I don't care.
I'll close off.
Okay, good. Anyway,
Right.
2021. Who do you want to wrestle one-on-one?
No,
like on a PSV?
Fuck off, I've wrestled everyone.
You haven't wrestled Adrian Evans one-on-one on a PSV?
Oh, why not?
No.
I have to give him a crack. We've had a cranker of a match on the takedown, I believe. That was a really good match.
Is there anybody that you want to wrestle in 2021 that you haven't really gotten the chance to work with?
I need another crack. I
want
want another crack at Ryan Sampson.
Yeah.
One-on-one at a PSV. I really think we can build up some good chemistry there. I mean, you have fucking too many matches, but you never know. You never know. Always like working a match with you or your brother. Brother wasn't bad. Fucking
good,
stupid fucking cunt got the title anyway. I mean, I can only blame myself.
But anyway, hang on. This is filmed before the Last Man Standing match, mind you.
Last Man Standing match.
Remember, it was the Last Man Standing match.
Yeah.
So this is filmed before.
Wow.
So you've got your chance. See how you treats my family? Anybody else?
What?
Anybody else?
No. Okay, to work. Look, I think I've done what I've needed to do with Jack Blade, which is nice. Probably down the track, we need to do stuff correctly with the Prodigy, maybe. Adrian, as you mentioned, a good point. I haven't faced him at a PSV and a one-on-one. That'd be good. I definitely want to smash that one out. And then, I don't know, I mean, Thunderstorm or Respalda, maybe. Respalda would be an interesting one. I'll crack at that fella. It's a big fella.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. You should be able to beat him easily. If it's not for Thunderstorm, you can beat him.
He loves going after you, though.
Yeah, well, it's because it's two Mexicans on one. It's some sort of
I'm
porno.
sorry, I'll hide. He's... What?
Some sort of porno, 2-on-1 Mexican action. I don't know about it, but like as long as you take care of one, see how you feel.
Yeah, but I'll try to give you my impersonation of Respalda. Look at me. That can't get to that. That guy's got a fucking retarded voice, man. Yeah. Anyway.
It does.
And so definitely they got to put them Ryan and Adrian, definitely some goals there.
Here's another question: If you could work with anybody one-on-one, returning bar Crisis. Obviously, Crisis at the moment is off of the roster.
He is.
If there's anybody you could face in a one-on-one match for their return,
who's not on the roster?
Not on the roster. Anybody that was a part of the roster, who would you pick?
Oh, I'll tell you now. What is what things? Now, well, there's a few here, right? You gotta understand. Like, that's a tricky one. I would, hands down. Fuck, that's a good question. I mean, I could have a crack at Michael Hunt again. I don't know, but I doubt it. I wouldn't want to have a crack at Randy Parker because I just don't think there's any chemistry there, unfortunately. Vince DeMarco would be one, I reckon, because I've always had a good match with him. And I fucking doubt it, but I'd love to have a match with Havoc. That guy is such a... what a character.
I was lucky to be able to work with him as much as I did in 2014.
Yeah, man.
We had a lot of matches together.
Remember that match when the camera cut out?
Yeah.
And we said, pause production. You guys reposition. Hold them like... That's a story for another day. Maybe we'll do a podcast explaining that. We should do a thing, the first takedown, and do a whole explanation of how it went.
Yeah. Do you remember before, speaking of the first takedown, do you remember before the first takedown, how fired up everybody was?
Dude, everyone was
like, let's fucking do it!
Everyone was so keen. Then when the ring arrived, everyone was like, oh, this hurts. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, here's one for you. We had two options. We had, all right, guys, do you want to start takedown now with the trampoline, or do you want to start it, wait and start with the ring? Yeah. And everyone wanted to start with the trampoline ring.
You know why? Because we didn't know when the ring was coming.
No,
the ring happened to rock up after the first takedown.
And it rocked up after the first takedown.
Yep.
But it got, well, yeah, we couldn't tell. So everyone was keen to do it. Then the ring came, everyone was like, oh, this hurts.
Okay.
Havoc's bumps were the best, though.
Havoc's bumps. Oh, yeah, they're pretty weird.
Sarcastic.
Yeah. So I think I've asked a lot of the stuff I have to.
No, not really.
And we know that I think I've covered most of the stuff I've had to cover.
You've covered, and God, everyone had an opportunity to chuck things in. And
they didn't.
Could ask me anything. Anything.
So this is like, obviously this is going to be like the only time we'll ever sit down and talk. Is there anything like that's been unsaid on your part that you would like to straighten out? Anything at all that's gone on behind the scenes, or anything that you sort of want to straighten out, as this is going to be the only time we're going to get to talk about this sort of stuff. Is there anything at all that you want to straighten out before we call this interview?
Straighten out, eh? Oh yes, time to fucking shit on everyone. I'm just kidding, I'm not like that. Time to get the fuck out of my chair. No. Yes, there is, only because you brought it up, otherwise I wouldn't have said it. Besides of 2014 and 15, Pro Stuff 16, whatever happened to gaps, and then now we're here in 2020 and 2021 now, when we actually are, fuck, it's hard to believe we're there already. There's been a lot of shit that's happened. There's been a lot of people I've met, a lot of fuckheads. But I've learned that everyone matures and changes, and at the end of the day, we're all at a level where we're all good these days. There's nothing to worry about, because at the end of the day, I can't be mad at people because they're putting their body on the line in my ring. Like, if you're coming along and you're doing something for me, I can't be mad at it. Well, unless you ask me where my fucking title is, I'm going to get fucked cunt.
Where's my title?
You got a briefcase.
Where's my cash again?
You got a briefcase.
See, this is what I have to deal with all the time. I've had this fucking thing for 200 days, man.
He's going to be record breaking, man. Bruno Sammartino, look out, mate.
Bruno Sammartino with a freaking briefcase. You expect me to hold that shit for 2,000 days? I'm not holding that shit for 2,000 days. I'll leave.
Just add a zero to the end of what you got.
You know what this motherfucker's going to probably do? He'll make me cash in, alright. unsuccessfully. That's what will happen, isn't that right?
Oh, it's interesting, isn't it? For 200 days, the Prodigy's had the case. He comes in, he cashes in, and he loses. Unbelievable. I wouldn't do that. My powers don't work like that anyway. Anyway, the point being is, there's nothing really to straighten out. It's just basically anything that's happened with anyone is, I can say, always forgiven, we're all on good terms. And people for the future who can cuss me and hit me in the ring, for fuck's sake, don't do it, or I'm going to start stiffing people badly with shoot pole drivers. Wouldn't that be funny if I just went and broke everyone's neck? I think that'd be fantastic.
I don't know if that would be funny. Like, I don't... like,
give me a concussion?
Excuse me for a moment while I go ponder this.
It'll go back.
Excuse me for a second. You can keep going. You can keep fantasizing about giving people pile drivers and whatnot. But the fact of the matter is, we do not do that here. We are safe wrestlers.
Yes, anyway, as I was saying, we're safe wrestlers.
So, yes.
Hey, Prodigy's gotten weaker. He just hit his elbow in the wood.
So me, cunt. My back's fucked. And I've wrestled with a fucked back for a long time.
This man's Hulk Hogan.
You know why my back's fucked? Because I carry
12-inch
this
cock.
company.
Oh.
Wait, what?
That's a 12-inch
Okay,
cock.
so, you know what?
Look at my big swing.
I knew that eventually you would get off track.
I'm
And that's
off track.
exactly what's happening right now.
It's
Because
just-
you know what the problem is?
You know what this is called now? It's now James Anderson off the rails.
Yes.
No pun intended. I don't need alcohol to start going retarded.
Yeah. Okay, so, what are your goals for 2021 in the SWF?
Alright, closing Sawf.
Of course.
No. So my goals for 2021 are, one, I've got a few goals here. Showdown 3 will be the biggest and best event to date.
Do you know why?
Why? Because the Prodigy will main event it? Is that what you're going to say? Yeah, you can open the show. Alright, so.
You know, speaking of that,
No!
do you know last year,
Yeah.
you and me almost didn't wrestle on Showdown? I told that story, because remember,
It's true.
remember after we had booked
So
everything,
true. We had nothing for each other.
all I had was Thunderstorm.
No one.
And we weren't going to work.
We would let
Yeah.
the guys do it, and then they were like, nah, this
So hey, if I open the show, at least I'm on the show.
I mean, yeah, that was funny because we're like, hey, these guys can't carry the fucking show. We need to do it. And then we came along and brought Crisis and we stole the show. Sorry.
Yeah, but you know what? Unfortunately, I think Adrian Evans and Jack Lay would have had a good
So-
match too. That would have been up there.
Poor cunt, man. That was set up to be a great match. And no doubt, this is his year too, to get his showdown moment.
Anyway, goals for 2021.
Goals. Yeah, definitely Showdown 3 to be one of the best shows we've had.
26th of March, everybody, for the last Friday in March Showdown. You better be here for the biggest event ever in the SAWF's history. Now that's
You're all invited.
advertising.
You're all invited.
You know what I'm going to do right now? Right now, I'm going to put in a little piece of Showdown right now. See, I just did it. There we go. It's called post-editing.
Anyway, goals. As a worker in my character, Anderson would love a title reign. I personally don't think I need one.
Greedy bastard.
Anyway, like a
Yeah,
fucking...
well, look at me. I'm going to get my 3 title reigns before the Prodigy gets his 3 title reigns. What is this, a game to you?
Yeah.
Think this is a game?
Yes.
It is a game. Because we're very competitive. And the higher powers, we both want to be the best.
No. Anyway, like a nice dominant hill round, fuck everyone up. But I could never do that.
You can just book that, can't you?
I could, but just you can't. I see. I'm not.
What's
that selfish.
stopping you from booking
I'm just
that?
not that self. I couldn't do that. Anyway, people just then you'd have a 2014-15 scenario.
Well, that'd be great.
You're
You see,
booking yourself.
You
and
would literally
everything.
be wrestling no one but a fucking chair or a broomstick.
You wrestled a broomstick once.
Yeah,
Actually, you wrestled one of my bears.
Yeah, remember that was a good match. Probably one of my best matches I've
Cunt
had.
did a package pole driver. Anyway, another goal would be to get a full year again, if we can.
Full calendar.
I want the full shabozzle here, man. I want the proper entrance. I want ring announcers. We've got commentators.
Get some fireworks.
More cameras. Fucking fireworks. Sure.
Some party poppers, some
what-
streamers.
Yeah, that's where we're at. You look, remember Gilbert? We have little sparklers when the Prodigy comes out.
Oh yeah, that's not
People on
bad.
the side like that, you know.
Catch on fire. Not bad.
Improving the product. I want the product to be improved. So that's the goals of what I want for Sawf. And of course, if I have to close Sawf this year, the goal, if it has to happen, the goal is to close it properly. Not on bad terms, not sorry we're closing because we don't have enough people, sorry we're closing because of bullshit. We're closing for a big show. That's a goal. A goal doesn't need to happen because I feel like we can get through this year, but if by circumstance we need to shut the business, we can close up with a show and do it properly. That's a goal always in the back of my mind. I will not let this place go down like it did before. That's something I don't want to happen, and it shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Unless everyone
I think
decides
that's
to
one
leave.
thing left to avoid.
Yeah. And it's not only me, it's everyone else in here has to keep an eye on because they're all part of the problem, which is Sawf. Exactly. It's not a bad problem, it's a good problem to have. Who doesn't like wrestling? But there's also that thing in the background of, yeah, me, I fucking hate it too.
Something you wouldn't see me.
Yes, sir. That if we lose people on the active wrestling roster, it's got to make shit harder. And if a few people disappear, I mean, if we had the same percentage of people leave it in 2014, we'd be negative, we'd be fucked. You know, if you put that into this scenario. So it could continue, and as long as people watching it for as long as we're getting views, not that we don't make money off it, we can't. As long as people are liking it and enjoying the content, we'll keep doing it. You know, and if you want to join, let me know. I put a video up the other day looking for a commentator. Got a guy coming down for a tryout and another one. So if you think you missed out, well, fuck me, you should have watched that video.
There's plenty of spots available.
Yeah, man.
It's not like we're running out of spaces.
I need to fit one more.
Guys, vacancies, none.
Commentators, ring announcers, camera, music, anything you want to do, you're welcome to.
How long do you reckon Sawf's gonna last though? Like, what's your personal opinion?
This year's its last year.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
You hear that? 2021 is the last time you'll ever get to see us again.
Watch, I'll come back in 5 years looking at this going, fucking what a
We'll be sitting here at our 15th anniversary. So this could potentially be the last year of the SOW, which explains why you want to go all out and get all these guys.
Yeah, we want to do it right. I mean, for fuck's sake, it's what we do is a risk. We only have a limited time to do it because, you know, we're invested into what we do, but with time, as we all get older and we've got jobs and lives and relationships that are going to come up, I can see that this year could be the last year for a few reasons. A, the ring could be sold.
Yeah.
B, people could pull out. Or C, it's going to run out through the year and that be it with people's commitments and lives. So it's going to get too much and people won't have time for it. And they don't want to keep putting their bodies on the line. So we do it, in a way, it's like voluntary, you know. It's not, we volunteer ourselves to do this, you know. And we enjoy it, but it's going to come to a point where it's just going to have to close. I'm not Vince McMahon billions of dollars up my ass. I mean, fuck me, if I was, shit, you guys would be seeing some different shit.
I hope at least we'd be getting paid.
No.
The last question for this interview. 10th anniversary interview. It's never going to happen again. I say that, wait till 15 years comes around. What does the 10th anniversary mean to James Anderson?
Woo. 10 years. 10 fucking years. Do I think we'd be here for 10 years?
Mate, I get it, 10 years, right? You don't have to say 10 years all the time.
10 years. I didn't see us coming here. I didn't see us being here. I didn't see us see a 10th anniversary show. Huh?
What a show it's going to be, huh?
What a show it's
this, like I said, this is going to come out the day after.
18th, isn't it? 19th?
Yeah, the 18th, and the 10th anniversary is on the 17th. So we are talking from the future. We have a tag team match from that show. Us against Adrian Evans and Ryan Sampson.
Future. We're going to win. We've got high powers.
Hey, you don't know. We haven't wrestled.
No, we always win.
Yeah, true. But what does it mean to you? What does the 10th anniversary mean to you?
I mean, right now, it doesn't mean much because it hasn't hit me yet. When it gets closer
to hit you? I'll hit you.
No.
I'll put 10th anniversary on my fist and I'll punch you in the face.
Fuck me, it's not SmackDown. Anyway, it will mean something to me when it gets closer. You start getting that feel. Like sometimes you got like an event or like a show coming up and it doesn't hit you until it's go time, like Showdown. Like, oh fuck, here we are.
Showdown, it kind of slowly built up.
It's built up and then it gets really, you get really giddy. I mean, obviously, January 2011 is when it started. Now we're in January 2021, so it's just hard to build. It's like hasn't hit me yet. It feels weird because you don't expect it. I didn't expect it to be. I couldn't see it coming.
And the thing too is, right, this is the SAWF's 10th anniversary, but this is also the 10th anniversary of James Anderson.
For fuck's sake, I'm a veteran now, am I?
Hey, next year's my 10th anniversary. Do I get a show?
No. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I reckon The Rock had his own pay-per-view, so fuck it. We'll call it The Prodigy. 10. We'll call it The Prodigy.
Yeah, that's right. Prodigy X 10.
Year of the Prodigy, I like it.
But yeah, no, it's technically your 10th anniversary as well in the SAWF.
Fuck, that's sad, man.
Yeah, so you've been around for 10 years.
Shit.
What have you achieved with your life?
Pretty stable like Randy Orton was at that point in time. I remember it was like, what was it? What year was it when he was really stable? I love Randy. He's fucking fantastic right now.
So this has been Uncut. It's been a lot of fun.
It's been fun.
Thanks for sitting down with me and having this interview with me.
Anytime.
Because, like I said, you've interviewed me a few times.
Yeah, I just
roles have been reversed, and this will probably be the only time you're ever going to sit down. Because, to be honest, it's hard to get James Anderson to sit down for a long time and be serious.
Sounds like what I do all day, but not seriously, no.
Yeah, sit down and do nothing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Go on.
It's hard to get him to sit down and be serious. So, like I said, I'm enjoying these uncuts. I'm going to make some more if you'll let me.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Yeah, sit down in the comments because...
Comment it, like it,
I want
dislike
to
it,
make more.
subscribe.
It's a lot of fun, guys. Like, I don't you guys like the intros I make? You know? I think they're pretty good.
Pretty fucking interesting, aren't they?
Have you seen them all?
The Simpsons come in.
Yeah, have you seen The Simpsons coming? Anyway, that's it. That's it. That's the interview. I am the Prodigy. This is James Anderson.
Dominator, Stone Cold, you name it.
And this has been the 10th anniversary of the SAWF.
Yeah, the interview. And from the date of this interview coming out,
On the 18th of January.
audio,
Which is today.
audio content.
Actually, no, it's not. Today's the
Shut up. Let's not spoil
14th. Yeah, that's the 14th. Sorry.
Anyway, from the day.
Oh yes, tell us about the content.
The content from the 10th anniversary, I'll be restoring all the old SAWF content from 2013 onwards. There's some really cringy videos on there from 2013.
Oh my god, the trampoline videos.
No. More like, remember that Prodigy and Havoc video of the bird in his house? Prodigy, you ready? He hates it if you say that. Anyway, all the old takedowns and PSVs will be returning. And bonus, when I get that damn hard drive back, I'm going to be bringing you some unseen footage. And even better, if you do recall in 2015, I just used to put highlights up of shows. Every week, I'll be trying to release a full show of a takedown or a PSV.
Yes, I'd love to see some full matches from 2015.
Oh, so would I. I mean, there's so much.
And also, we're working on reaction videos to some of our old matches
We
too.
react to some crap.
So me, myself, and James Anderson are going to sit down and we're going to watch Slamming in Summer 2014.
Yes.
We're going to sit through that and we're going to see how that goes.
But anyway.
And then yeah, that's we got some more stuff planned for the 10th anniversary. See, we're not bad guys. We're content creators. Actually, I don't know how good we are at this.
I don't think we're fucking worthy of content creator, are we? How many subscribers do we have? 200.
Fuck the I know. 200.
Songs, my other channel.
Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. You probably didn't sit through this all, and you know what? I don't blame you because I wouldn't sit through this all either, and I'm probably not going to sit. I have to sit through this all when I edit this. We've come to the end of the interview. Have you got anything else to say before we close it off? Finally, this is it. This is the last time you're ever going to say anything.
Not really, but
I mean, like out of character context.
yeah, you might get another shit one out of me if you're lucky. But anyway, no, that is all. You had your.
Next time we'll sit down is for my 10th anniversary.
Oh, fuck off. What about mine? Oh, this was mine. Oh well. Yeah, you all had a chance to ask questions, so any left out questions you can put in the comment. I might answer them. I doubt it though.
You can close out the videos. I always close out the videos.
All right, guys.
See you later. See you guys. Thanks for joining us.
Now the magical man has left. He's really good at YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to click the little bell icon and set notifications on for SAWF so you can find out when we go live. Because I like premiering our videos so you can watch it live. No skipping. Nice try. You can't skip for people you don't like. I'll make you watch it, damn it. All I want to say is thank you guys for watching. It's been 10 years and you're still watching SAWF, so well done.